Radhe Govind, my dear students. Today we will discuss fragmentation and reassembly procedure in Internet Protocol. So, the Internet identification field ID is used together with the source and destination address and the protocol fields to identify datagram fragments for reassembly. Okay. The more fragment flag bit MF is set if the datagram is not the last fragment. The fragment offset field identifies the fragment location relative to the beginning of the original unfragmented datagram. And remember, fragments are counted in units of 8 octets or 8 bytes. Okay, so you will always use the uh, fragment size with the multiple of 8 bytes. Okay, so the fragmentation strategy is designed so that an unfragmented datagram has all zero fragmentation information. So mf is equal to 0 and fragment offset is equal to 0. Okay, so if an entire datagram is fragmented, its data portion must be broken on 8 octet boundaries. Now what are the maximum fragments we can have? So you know that the total length field of the datagram is uh, 16 bit. That means it is 2 raised to 16 fragments possible, but you have to take the fragments in the uh, multiple of 8 bytes. So it is actually 2 raised to 13 fragment, because for the 8 bytes you need to take 3 bits for these for this number 8. 2 raised to 3 is 8. Okay, so total 8192 fragments of 8 octets, each of for a total of 65536 octets can be allowed. But uh, this this is consistent with the datagram total length field. So the header is counted in the total length but not in the fragments. When fragmentation occurs, some options are copied but others remain with the first fragment only. Now you know that every internet module must be able to forward a datagram of 68 octets without further fragmentation. Okay, so how we can say this? Because minimum 60 octets. Okay, so in the header 60 octets is the size of the header. Okay, how this size how we come to know about this size? Because the internet header length is 5 bit long, so it can have maximum number of 15 from 0 to 15. So 15 is the size of internet header length, and we have 32 bit words for this So we can have uh, 32-bit word length for uh, maximum header length of 15. Okay, okay. So 15 to the 30, 0, and 3 is carry, and 15 3s are 45, and this becomes 480 bits, and 480 bits is equal to 60 bytes or 60 octets. Okay, so you can have 60 byte header in a datagram. Okay, maximum 60 byte header, and minimum fragment data fragment you can have 8 bytes, because the data part must be of multiple of 8. Okay, so every internet destination must be able to receive datagram of 576 octets either in one piece or in fragments. So from these 576 uh, octets, you can have uh, these 576 octets, you can have 512 bytes or octets for the data only. So the 64 byte header is allowed in a datagram. It is due to the capacity of networking devices to process the size of IP packet at one time. So that is why it is recommended that every internet destination must be able to receive a datagram of 576 octet. Okay, either in one piece or in fragments to be reassembled. Okay, so the field which may be affected by fragmentation include option field, more fragment field, fragment offset, internet header length field, total length field, and header checksum. So if the don't fragment flag DF bit is set, then internet fragmentation of this datagram is not permitted, although it may be discarded. Okay, so there might be some devices that do not have the fragmentation and reassembly procedure in bit. They just have the bootstrap program, so there this don't fragment flag is set. Okay, fragmentation are reassembly procedure we will learn using these examples that are shown here. So the maximum datagram that can be transmitted through the network is called the maximum transmission unit, and this maximum transmission unit is decided by the both sender or receiver or by the network. Okay, so if in a network the maximum transmission unit is 280 bytes, okay, then you can send the data of only 260 bytes at a time. including the minimum header size of 20 bytes. Okay, you know how we can calculate the minimum header size of 20 bytes? Because they are uh, 5 32-bit fields. So 5 into 4 byte is equal to 20 byte is the minimum header size, excluding the option and padding field. Okay, so if the total length is less than or equal to MTU, then submit this datagram to the next step in the datagram processing. Otherwise, cut the datagram into two fragments. The first fragment being the maximum size and the second fragment being the rest of the datagram. The first fragment is submitted to the next step in the datagram processing, while the second fragment is submitted to this procedure in case it is still too large. Okay, so this is the algorithm for that. Now in the above procedure, each fragment except the last was made the maximum allowable size, and alternative might produce less than the maximum size datagram. For example, one could implement a fragmentation procedure that repeatedly divide large datagrams in half unit. The resulting fragment were less than the maximum transmission unit size. Okay, and in the reassembly procedure, for each datagram, buffer identifier is computed as the concatenation of the source, destination, protocol and identification fields. If this is a whole datagram, then any reassembly resources associated with this buffer identifier are released and datagram is forwarded to the next step in the datagram processing. If no other fragment with this buffer identifier is on, then reassembly resources are allocated. The reassembly resources consist of a data buffer, a header buffer, a fragment block bit table, a total data length field and a timer. The data from the fragment is placed in the data buffer according to its fragment offset and length. The bits are set in the fragment block bit table corresponding to the fragment block received. If this is the first fragment, that is the fragment offset is 0. This header is placed in the header buffer. If this is the last fragment, the more fragment field is 0, the total data length is computed. If this fragment completes the datagram, then the datagram is sent to the next step. Okay, otherwise timer is set to the maximum to the current timer value, and the value of the time to live field from this fragment and reassembly routines gives up control. Okay, so this is all about the reassembly procedure. So we will discuss the examples of fragmentation and reassembly procedure in the next class. All the best. Stay home, stay safe.